Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show. I'm your host Khalid Mohidin. This is the show where we talk about all the major talking points in South African cricket. Going live today. Just thought it would be a lot better to go live with you guys today because we had quite a busy day. Instead of doing my normal premiere video for the daily show, we obviously Cricket Fanatics Mag with my new writer Emily Norris that you would have seen on our women's show. We were down at Newlands today for the WSL. So the Women's Super League was happening 3.0, and we saw some interesting cricket, some close games. Um, it did seem, though, that there was a very slow wicket, a wicket that was necessarily not so conducive for the batsmen. They really had to fight for their runs. And you could see that by majority of the performances in the game with some high talented players on show. Before we get into today's show, though, I just want you guys to please subscribe to this channel, click that notification bell for all future videos. So I'm going to go through what happened today with regards to the WSL first. Let's start off with the opening match, which took place obviously between the Starlights and the Thistles. We had Annika Bosch that scored an amazing half century. It was really pleasing to watch her play. She was very controlled, found the gaps with ease, and just looked very classy. And I'm surprised that a lot of people maybe did not know of her before this time. She has been in the squad for the Proteas squad for quite some time, and she really looked really good in the middle. She really put in a great performance with a bat. You obviously had Shabnam Ismail. Watching her bowl quickly was also amazing to watch, of course. And obviously, although Annika Bosch only scored a 50, she scored majority of her team's runs with the side only scoring 100 runs. So it was a very interesting game. I think it was awesome to be able to watch it. There was also a cameo from a 17-year-old Kushi Mystery, which was very entertaining to watch as well. And Masabata Class, of course, Protea taking 3 for 15 in the game as well. Even though that her team didn't come out with the victory. But it was an awesome match to watch, the first one. Then, of course, in the second match, we had Laura Wolfart shining as per usual. Always great to watch her bat. She opened up the batting. A lot of us might have thought that maybe she could bat lower down, maybe in T20 cricket, because of the kind of force to obviously play shots and obviously take her time at the crease and perform where she had to take more time at the crease, by batting, opening the batting, getting her eye in, etc. I think she's the type of player that can really exploit the field, especially when after the power plays. She's very accurate with that cover drive. She actually struggled to play the cover drive today. It went straight to fielders a lot, but she still managed to eat 4-4s and eat a great a knock of 61. It was basically the anchoring knock for her side. Basically her side won because of that performance, ultimately, because they put too many runs on the board and for the coronations, and obviously the Duchesses couldn't chase it down in time, even though there was a great cameo from Faye Tunnicliffe, who was timing the ball very well, and she was looking really good at the crease. Got a little bit unlucky because 16-year-old Madison Landsman took her wicket, and she was a little bit unlucky. It was a good ball from Madison, but just the incorrect shot selection maybe, and just the timing was a little bit off from Faye. But Sunil Lewis obviously pushed forward, and 50 out of 45 balls with 4-4s was her return. She just couldn't get her team over the line. So that was what happened with the WSL. It's good to see some women's cricket. I'm so happy that they actually have women's cricket, competitive women's cricket for us to be able to see. We're obviously going to be there tomorrow as well, and as well on Wednesday. So keep an eye out for all of that content. But let's talk about what I spoke about as the headline, what I made the headline of this particular video, because there were also 4-day games that took place. Now, today is day 2 of round 5. We obviously know about the main headlines was Reinhard van Tonder getting his maiden franchise century. Now, his top score is obviously 250, you would see in franchise cricket. But on Cricinfo, you'll see the combined franchise cricket. You'll see the combined scores for first-class cricket, which includes his performances for his province. So the 250 he scored for his province. So this is his first ever franchise to double ton. He converted from 180 yesterday, and he converted that to into a double century, which was an excellent performance from him. Yeah, we have someone over here saying, I stand for Laura Wolfert. Yes, I mean, she was excellent. She's always an amazing batsman to watch. So let's go back into the topic again. We obviously have a situation where the Titans' game that was on TV against the Dolphins was called off due to a coronavirus case, a positive coronavirus case in the camp. And we don't know who it is, of course, because it's up to the player to decide if he wants to release that to the public. We are not. They are not allowed to release that without the player's permission. So that game was called off because of that. But we had two other games, of course. We had the Knights taking on the defending champions, the Lions, and obviously Reina van Tonder getting that double ton. Excellent performance from him to actually score that. I mean, he's been pretty much consistent this season, although he was a little bit unlucky in his previous two games, scoring 47 and 46 respectively in these two games that came before this. But he managed to score a massive double ton, so it will take him to the top of the charts right now. In the game between the Warriors and the Cobras, that's the headline that I went with, because I think that Kyle Verreynne has really put up his hand and shown why he was selected. And once again, with the Cobras in trouble, he comes in and he scores a 97. You could see that how disappointed he was. If you look at the pitch vision stream, you could see how disappointed he was. Obviously, to lose a wicket at 97 on 97 is not a nice way to go. Obviously, he would have liked to convert, because I mean, I think that's the one aspect of his game that I think he would love to improve in first class cricket, is where he converts his 50s into more hundreds. I mean, he's phenomenal. His average is phenomenal. He played 29 matches, 45 innings. He has an average of 50.28, 200s and 15 50s. So it just shows that 15 50s, you would have loved to convert more of them into obviously hundreds. That's unlucky for Kyle, but I mean, I think that in that position, I don't think there's anybody at the moment better in that position at the moment, in that anchoring role. When your team is down and you need to get yourself out of the hole and put a decent total on the board, I don't think there's a lot of people that you would want to come out to the middle than in domestic cricket than Kyle Verreynne. I think his ability to be able to pick the gaps, rotate the strike, make sure that he keeps and farms the strike if he's batting with the tail, it's phenomenal. He's obviously a very classy batsman that finds the gap with ease. And he's also someone that really fights. He's not scared to spend hours at the crease either. So fantastic mindset, a fantastic ability, and a fantastic player that we'd really like to obviously see in Test cricket. So I want to talk to you guys about it. I want to ask you, because we obviously picked the team on our podcast on Sunday, which I'll put on the screen right now. If I still have it available to me, I just need to find it quickly. It's quite interesting what we came up with, because ultimately they decided, or the panel was obviously swayed, because we had multiple people saying different things. I mean, obviously, we all had different ideas of who we wanted in the squad, or who we wanted in the side. And we came up with this particular side. And you can see that Rassie van der Dussen is not in the side. And it's quite an alarming one, because Rassie van der Dussen is currently our best batsman. So others thought we can talk about this anymore, because we tried to fit in Kyle Verreynne, also Quinton de Kock moving up the order and letting him drop the gloves. In my personal team, I would have Rassie van der Dussen in the side. I would probably take Keegan Peterson out and bat Rassie at 3, or at Faf at 3. Personally, that's what I would have done, because I think that Keegan deserves his selection in the squad, no doubt. But how do you drop Rassie when he's in form for South Africa is my question. So to fit Kyle Verreynne in, I think that's possibly what I would have done personally, if I was to pick my side. But what do you guys think of that? Do we have to fit Kyle in the side? Do we push him into the side no matter what? We got Chepo saying Kyle Verreynne has consistently been knocking on the door for an international test cap, whether for better or the worse. I would love to see how you will cope on the international scene. And I think this is the type of series where they really can put their hand up and show the selectors that they should be in the side. I think Sri Lanka is not currently very settled I don't think it's the best Sri Lanka team that we've seen, of course not. And it's a perfect opportunity, them coming down here and us showing what we are capable of. And some of those fringe players given opportunities to do so. I think we don't really need to see what Faf offers. I know what Faf offers. I think we can maybe let Faf maybe not play in this particular game and maybe give some of the younger guys or the newer guys an opportunity so that they can show what they're capable of. But on the other hand, you want to get Faf playing, and obviously he's the anchor of that whole team. I think you build your team around Faf du Plessis, Quinton de Kock, Kagiso Rabada, those type of players. That's what you build your team around. Obviously, Kagiso's not available, but that's what you would try to do going forward. But I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. And let me know what if you think that Kyle Verreynne should get a start in this test. I think, how can you not start Kyle? Average like that, and batting the way he is, in the form that he's in at the moment, with all that confidence behind him for getting selected. It's his dream come true for him. Obviously, I've spoken to him so many times where he's mentioned that to me, and how his dream has always been to play for South Africa, and especially in Test cricket. Even though he got his debut in ODIs, he wanted to always play for Test cricket for South Africa. That was always been his dream. So maybe with that behind him, it will push him to greater heights. And I think that Kyle's the type of guy who plays under pressure perfectly. He actually thrives under pressure. There was something that Kyle told me before in a conversation where he told me that he loves the pressure, because when the team is down and there's pressure on him, people think that people are prepared for him not to perform. People expect him not to get their team out of the hole. And because of that, there's no pressure on him. He can just go out there and play his game and perform. So that was an excellent way of looking at it. And I think a lot of youngsters should look at it in that way too, if they find themselves in a similar situation. But that's all I got for you today, guys, for the daily show. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out on all of our content that we will be producing. We have obviously player moments for the 2 WSL games by Emily Norris, and we've got my 4-day wrap, which is on the site as well. So you can just go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for that particular stories. We do have an England Sri Lanka. We got a Sri Lanka series. Wow, I'm all over the place tonight. We've got a Sri Lanka series tab on our website, which you can click on, and then you'll obviously get all the updates with regards to that. There was some good news today from CSA side, where the CSA CEO was suspended, Gandhi Govender, so that wasn't a great piece of story. But I wanted to keep today's stream positive and not talk about the negatives, because we saw some great cricket today. Luis Moyes says, excited to see Faf playing as a batsman with less responsibility as a captain. Yes. And Chepo saying he agrees with that, of course. Chepo also saying, with regards to Rassi, I have no doubt he'll get the nod for Pakistan. Right now, he could use the rest while we explore our depth. That's also a great point, because he's been playing in every single format for South Africa non-stop, and as well as 4-day cricket. So I don't know. With the whole coronavirus situation, I think they got a lot of break in between. But I mean, we want to be able to see him, obviously, in the Pakistan series, playing against spin, etc., and playing against Pakistan seamers who move the ball around amazingly. So yeah, I would like to see what some of the new guys can do. Maybe we should give some of the new guys an opportunity. That's what I would like to see. I think Mundit Faf is taking some time with his family at the moment, and that's why he's not playing in the 4-day match. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell for all future videos. Don't forget to subscribe to Cricket Fanatics magazine. Link is on the screen and in the description to get your free issue of the magazine and all the back issues as well. Go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all your updates with regards to match player moments that we do, anything news related regarding the series. Obviously, this is Sri Lanka Test Series tab as well, who you can click on to get all your updates for that. Click on that. Go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for that. If you have a business and you're looking to make sales online, even if your business is offline, we have an amazing article on the website, as well as the link is in the description for you to sign up and ask for our help. We can try to see how Cricket Fanatics magazine can help you. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another daily video. Cheers, guys.